Today I want to talk about an accessory for the bike. As you've probably been aware, we've had a lot of rain down here in Australia, and a bike like this without a mudguard on the back, you get a lot of spray and crap coming back on the back of your shirt and whatever. So now normally I wouldn't put a mudguard on here, but what I was looking for was something you can put on quickly and then take off. So at the time of the year when you needed it, you can just whip it on, put it on. So something that what I was looking for was something that I could put on very quickly, especially during winter when there's a lot of rain. Go for a ride. When I come back, when better weather, whip it off. I found it. And before I get into that, I hope you've picked up by now that I like quality products. I mean, this bike in itself, there's testament to that. Now, I've tried a number of other inferior mudguards, and I'm not going to name them or get involved in it, but one brand that I keep coming back to is Topeak. And guess what? I should have gone to them in the first place. Topeak have come to the rescue again. And here it is. Topeak mudguard, and I'll put the details up on the screen. Now, there is one problem with having a mudguard like this on a bike like this, especially with the rear suspension. As a result, this, especially when you're sitting on it, it'll go down, and when you're actually on the bike, there's a certain amount of sag that's taken up. And this, if I try to put this on here with this bag, by the time the sag is taken into account, it's almost rubbing up against the tyre. So for me to use this, I have to take this bag off, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So I've taken the bag off. Now, the beauty of this design is that it's got this mechanism. Let me see if I can try and show it to you. So you have the strap, you have the actual clamp, and you have this little spindle which you put this into, and then you spin it around, tightening it up. So we'll do it now. Put it on here, you push the little spindle up, you grab your strap. The only real negative is at the end here, it gets a bit twisted up. Try to flatten it out a bit. And now what you do, you put the strap into the slot, and once you're in there, you feed that in. Now once you've done that, you don't have to go too much. You screw this and start rolling that in. Now, you don't go really tight. Well, actually, go as tight as you can, and then push down on the spindle. Then you grab your clamp. Now push this up high, grab your clamp, and clamp it. And there you have it. By the way, you can, if you want to, there's two things. You can adjust this screw here and make that come up further. And you can also, if you wanted, this can tilt down a bit. I'd prefer it that way. Now, let's show you something. There's a couple of little tricks here. Now, this is going to be a bit hard because I want to put my weight on this. But see that? So there you go. So you've got plenty of clearance there. Now, let's just say that you're in some fairly rough areas and you really want to stop this from hitting. The other secret trick on the Scott, this isn't applicable to most bikes, you've got your lockout on your suspension. Let's go to the first one, and if we have a look, first setting, see, it reduces it a bit, but then if you really want to, you can lock it right out. There we go. And look at that. Now, the beauty of this is that with this combination, this mudguard and this bike with the lockout, you'd be riding around the suburban streets and it's wet This is going to go nowhere near this, but it's going to prevent the spray from coming up, hitting your back. Now, if you want to take it off, you undo your clamp, you push the little spigot up, and that then undoes, just pulls out and take it off. It's a great product. I hope this has been of some assistance to you, and until next time, see you later.